I no longer listen to most of hip hop. It's RBR, man. We're back with another one exclusive. You already know we do. Peace. Bless up, world. You already know the mantra, change is inevitable.
Hey.
Hello.
How you doing?
Today I want to discuss hip hop. Well, we're not going to discuss hip hop, but we're going to talk about some things concerning hip hop and in and around hip hop. First and foremost, we are all in the know that the hip hop police was an arm of the federal government who had turned hip hop into a psyop. Right? They turned hip hop into a psyop, meaning that they controlled the marketing of the music on every level. They made sure they introduced into society only the type of music that they were interested in pushing to the children, the teenagers, and young adults, and those who were susceptible
I'm back here. I'm getting ready to go
to immoral standards. So we're clear on that. Hip hop had become a psyop at some point. This is why after a while you started seeing the likes of X-Clan, Public Enemy, KRS-One, Poor Righteous Teachers, and those sorts of spitters start to disappear. They stopped marketing them. They started marketing the type of music, they repackaged and marketed gangster music, gangster rap, and all of that type of, you already know, the music that we love. Yeah. No doubt I'm a fan of gangster rap. Before I knew it was a psyop. Nonetheless, here we are. But one of the things I want to build on is that there's certain characters in hip hop right now that it's like they're running in hip hop, eating off hip hop, taking advantage of the hip hop, but in all reality, when you check it out, they have no lane in the music, and they're lame in their game. They're lame in the lane. One of these characters is this dude, Akademiks. Now, how in the world did this guy build a following of the kind that he has? I'm trying to figure out who in the hell would think that dude represent something of any moral standards or represent someone who's speaking from a perspective of being analytical, being wise in his thinking, and also being neutral in his analysis. This dude is a creep. Which is why I'm confounded when I saw him going at Cam and Mace. When I saw Cam and Mace and Akademiks shooting shots at each other, I was elated. I was happy. Because I was saying to myself, okay, here we go. Cam and Mace are going to rip Akademiks a new one. And why did I say that? Because Cam and Mace were the same ones who laughed and laughed when they encountered certain other guys in the culture. They laughed at the gangster in Texas. And I won't say his name because I don't like to implicate gangsters. You know who I'm talking about, though. They laughed at the gangster in Texas. They laughed at punk-ass Shakur Stevenson. They laughed at everybody. But when it come to Akademiks, I think Cam was copping a plea. That's what Akademiks said. Akademiks said during this interview, he said, I don't know why Cam and Mace, he said, I don't know why Mace has this energy for me. When they said that Mace was dealing with Transformers, I never questioned it. I just kept it in mind of my own business. Then all of a sudden, I'm getting phone calls and Mace want to holler at me and ask me, why didn't I holler at him offline? I don't know this to be the Mace that I thought I knew. Not the Mace that ain't scared of nobody. The Mace that said they don't know nothing about they don't respect big homies. That's the same guys. They don't respect big homies, them dudes. Look like Akademiks acting like he y'all big homies. I don't know what's going on. Maybe that thing has some truth to it. And you ain't want Akademiks to pursue that line of reasoning. That's what I'm saying. That's why I don't mess with hip-hop no more. Too many dudes in the car with transporters and transformers. It's just too much of that going on. Too many guys that you don't know because they're not saying nothing, so they sus. That's why a lot of y'all dudes defending Puffy. I come from the school where we don't defend dudes that was cuffing. Nah, man. Born Universal Truth, cuffing. We don't defend dudes that's on that time. And this gonna be my last time addressing this type of talk. That's why I normally don't listen to certain type of dudes in the culture. If your whole conversation is about what Puff Daddy's doing and how the trial going, what this rapper is doing and what that rapper is doing, then you're probably in the wrong place. Because I'm not really about that. I'm about what's popping in the world and how is it going to affect us. Hell yeah, I'm listening to that Joey Badass beef right now. Joey Badass versus the West Coast. That's popping. They giving Joey Badass that heat too. But he firing back. Joey Badass will not be deterred. So we're going to have to take time to see where that goes. Yeah, we got a nice situation brewing in the hip-hop world. But yeah, I love hip-hop. I still listen to hip-hop. But just know that there is a psy-op to hip-hop. There's a lot of folk in hip-hop not worth your time. So I don't listen to that. You got to be saying something, man. You got to be saying something of substance. You know, I got to believe you. I got to be able to relate to you. You have to be saying something that teaches something I could get something from, I could learn from, I could feel that experience. It's a shared experience. I could dig it. You get me? We ain't on that just rapping for nothing, sack rapping. We ain't on that sack rapping. You dig? It's RBR, man. My peoples, I'm going to holler back. All right? But until the next time, remember, man, it ain't where you're from, it's where you're at.